Okay. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Pete Pizzatello. I work for CAS in the product marketing group. Okay, with that, I'd like to introduce our speaker. Today, we have the pleasure of having Stephanie Moore from Forrester Research join us. Ms. Moore is a Vice President and Principal Analyst serving the sourcing and vendor management market space for Forrester. She is an expert, a recognized expert in global sourcing issues, and works day-to-day helping outsourcing executives understand and navigate the dynamic offshore and nearshore outsourcing landscape. She's advised thousands of clients over her career, has developed outsourcing tools, methodologies, ROI models, and internal change management requirements targeted towards vendor management and control. Ms. Moore has been with Forrester for over 14 years. She came through an acquisition with the Giga Information Group, where she was the Vice President and Research Leader focusing on application development, IT services, and global sourcing. Prior to Giga, Ms. Moore was an analyst at I won't be able to say that, Atelier Research, where she specialized in, thank you. We specialized in software application development technologies, business process, and re-engineering tools, as well as legacy migration topics. She has written hundreds of reports on technology and global sourcing issues and is often quoted in major industry publications such as CIO Magazine, the New York Times, and Wall Street Journal. Along with Ms. Moore, we have Lev Lazokin, who's our Vice President of the Worldwide Marketing here at CAST. He is, besides a leader in the marketing space for software analysis and measurement, has a rich background in IT analysis. So he will be supplementing and supporting some of the dialogue between Ms. Moore today.
Thanks, Pete, and thank you, Stephanie, for joining us.
Thanks, Lev. Thanks, Peter. So I think I'll get started because we have actually a lot of material to cover today, and I think it's really important material. So the topic of my talk is transparency being an antidote to global sourcing risk. And as an analyst that's covered global sourcing for many, many years, I think that vendor management experts have become better and better over the years at managing risk. And I've spent lots of time with those sourcing and vendor management folks and CIOs to help them understand what the best ways are to manage risk. And what we're seeing today is something that we're going to talk about, and that is when you think about outsourcing, over the past 5 or 7 years, one of the major problems with outsourcing has been the inability of the client to specify properly or rigorously enough their requirements, and then the inability of the vendor to interpret the requirements that maybe weren't specified well enough. And so when code came back from a vendor, in some cases, it was fine from a quality perspective, but it didn't necessarily meet the end user's functional requirements. And that's a big problem, and that costs clients and vendors a lot of money. Today, we're seeing more evidence of problems specifically with code quality, and this represents a big challenge for sourcing and vendor management experts and for IT executives who, when they outsource, they don't want to have to spend double the money or double the time kind of reviewing the code and checking the quality of the code structure because that, in a way, negates the value of the outsourcing relationship. So that's why I'm presenting here today. This whole discussion topic is really relevant to my client base and certainly to my research. So in order to get started and get to the solution set, I want to just take a look at what's happening in the market. And as many of you are experiencing today, you understand that technology is more critical to the business than ever before. It's a market maker, not just an enabler. And the result of that is that we have the business much more frequently conferring with IT and conferring with IT service providers to help them develop solutions to change their business, to change their market. And the data that I'm going to show you is actually from business executives. So it is surprising that some of the responses are as high as they are. So if you look at the first response, we asked folks how important technology is to their differentiation. And as you can see, 64% of almost 3,000 business executives said it is central to how they differentiate themselves. 69% believe it's a core component of their products or services, and not surprisingly, 87% believe that technology is critical to serving and supporting their customers. So as I said, now you've got the business saying, whoa, IT is not just a cost center. IT is critical to our success, to our future. And you have IT going to the business, business going to the IT and saying, hey, how can you help me? And the issue is that today, due to kind of years of cost cutting and optimization efforts, the IT organization is not that well equipped to support the business's innovation needs. And that is a major hurdle for a lot of our customers at Forrester who are trying to figure out ways to help the business innovate with very, very limited resources.